The Stock of the Day is brought to you by IG, Australia's #1 CFD provider. With over 17,000 markets and extended trading hours, turn US earnings season volatility into opportunity. Get started at IG.com.
And our stock of the day is Myer. It has reported a 26% drop in full year profit to 52.6 million. Total sales there down 2.9% to 3.2 billion. The retailer has declared a fully franked dividend of half a cent a share, bringing the full year dividend to 3.5 cents a share. And Executive Chair Olivia Worth saying the results reflect the challenging macroeconomic environment for Aussie retailers. Not all retailers, though, suffering at this point. So, Adam, your department stores.
Yeah.
They're, it's a bit of an old world consideration, isn't it?
It
so
is.
Where does Myer fit in and what sort of future does it have? Because, well, Olivia Worth hasn't been in that role for too long, but she clearly feels as though she can turn it around.
Yeah, and this is, I guess, one of those ones where you see these new management changes coming in and then they're going to basically tell the market, get rid of all the skeletons in the closet. Fingers crossed, then that can then turn around and then start to move again. But yeah, certainly Myer are down around about, I think it was down around sort of 12% when I left the desk half an hour ago. And look, I think, overall the consumer has been in a fragile state. There's no doubt about that. We know that the consumer is in fragile. However, some of the other discretionary retailers, JB Hi-Fi, fantastic numbers and just continuing to keep moving higher. Whereas Myer is a bit more of that old world side of things. They're trying to rebrand, bring in some more things to the stores. But do people go into department stores these days
Well, it's funny you should say that. I am trying to think the last time I stepped foot in the Myer.
Yeah.
And I can't. I just cannot think.
My wife went and bought some shoes the other day, only because she's got a Myer One card and she had like $100 discount that she could use. So.
Right.
Whether that is sort of demographic, but yeah, they're all in the malls. They're all closing stores, and I think that's one of the things that Myer did say today in their announcement that they attributed some of that fall to a closure of 3 stores. Now, that's not huge, but Myers, they've got this sort of, they used to be like all floors of a Westfield. Now they're sort of now in 2 or 3, so they've really sort of to bring back that footprint. I think it's really tough. I wouldn't be anywhere near Myer at all. So this is a buy, hold, sell segment, so I'm going to say sell.
So do department stores have any future, do you think?
I think they'll be in a new way, that they need to reinvent themselves, revamp themselves, get themselves to a stage where they are competing against the Universals or the Levises or the sort of that bring in that younger crowd to sort of get those things moving. Probably not. I think the format is looking fairly...
Because you go to a shopping centre, you've already walked past all those shops
Shoes,
where Myer has those
handbags,
concessionals.
Yes,
yeah,
linen, all of that kind of stuff. It's all there, and so yes, you don't need to go to a one-stop shop. It's all in the Westfield anyway. So I think they're going to continue to see more store closures. We've seen that with David Jones and some of these flagship ones here in Sydney, Pitt Street Mall. They've been closing them down. I just think the writing's on the wall for those ones.
All right, Jonathan, where do you do your shopping?
I actually was in Myer last week.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
It was on sale, but so when I was there, it was actually quite empty. And then, like, you go to a counter, no one's there. I remember the lady in front of me that said, I had to go to 3 counters before I got served, So it just shows you that, it's a tough environment. As you said, it's old school, it's old world. I don't know how they meld that model into, this online retail space. And you can see just some of the bigger names in the US, they've all been shutting down, and like everyone's just shopping in a different way at this stage. So I don't think Myer's kept up to date there. I think it's too hard to shift that. They've got all this premium real estate that they're paying high rents for, and people just aren't going in, and you're not getting the foot traffic like before. The numbers weren't too bad considering it's such a tough space. The NPAT drop, that's where the market said, okay, that's where we're going to get you, and I think we'll probably see more downside from here. So for me, yeah, it's too hard to basket. I'm not as tough as Adam. I'll just go with a hold on that one.
Well, that's because you shop there.
Well, that's right. Remember, Solomon Lou's probably the white knight that's going to really save Myer, and he has made some rumblings, and they have sort of potentially talked about sort of how those brands can start to work together and things like that. But I think that's probably one way that they're going to start to move into the new world, is with something like Solomon Lew at the helm, or some kind of merger that'll allow that to happen. So that might be a position that they might look at in the next coming couple of months.
Jonathan also makes that point. They're sitting on some sizable real estate too, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Particularly like in a lot of the
Yeah,
CBDs.
it's had all the great blue chip spots in the past and still holds them.
Yeah.
All right, that is the view then on our stock of the day, Myer.
The stock of the day was brought to you by IG. Turn volatility into opportunity this US earnings season with extended trading hours on over 110 key US shares. Get started at IG.com.